Welcome to Successful Meetings in English. In this lesson, we will look at language and tips for holding online meetings.
Online meetings, or teleconferences, are more and more common nowadays. A recent survey said that up to 10% of businesses now regularly use online meetings, perhaps as a way to cut down on travel costs. You can have online meetings anywhere from your home, from the office, or even outside, as long as you have an online connection. In this lesson, we will look at setting up meetings, how to start talks, how to take turns, and finally we give some tips to make the meeting as effective and as successful as possible. In face-to-face meetings, it's easy to respond to participants in real time, but in online meetings it's much more difficult to do this. So preparation before the meeting is very important. The agenda needs to be sent ahead of time, as well as other information such as access codes or software and so on.
15 minutes before the meeting start time, get the participants to check in to see if the connections, the webcam, and audio are working properly. Give participants a way to contact you offline if something goes wrong. Keep the number of distractions as low as possible. Use a quiet room with a simple background. If you're videoing all the team members with one camera, it's best to set the camera so everyone is in shot. This can show everyone is included and prevent people from multitasking.
At the beginning of an online meeting, it's good to have a short conversation to make everybody feel at ease and establish some rapport. You can talk about the weather or the time difference and so on. Make sure to introduce everybody, and if everybody is on camera, it's a good idea to have some kind of name tag.
Try to have only one person talking at a time. If you have many participants, mute all of them and direct speakers one at a time. Try to identify who is speaking and who is supposed to respond. Try to say the speaker's name as often as possible, much more than you would do in a face-to-face conversation. Keep the sections of the meeting focused on one or two items, and have plenty of breaks so that the participants can discuss points privately.
If you want to ask a question or give an opinion, you can put up your hand, literally on camera or using an icon in the software. You can then say question or opinion, clearly signalling what you want to do. An open question to the whole group can result in nobody saying anything, or everybody talking at once. It can be more effective to ask a specific question to a specific person. For example, Charles, do you have an opinion on this? Or Laura, could you comment on this data? It's very important that the facilitator explains these ideas and models them too. It's also a good idea to submit questions before the meeting. How to talk in an online meeting is a difficult skill. We learnt about back-channeling in our lesson on listening, but back-channeling in an online meeting is very hard to do. You may feel that you are talking by yourself, and this can make people feel uneasy. Try to get used to giving your opinion in one go. After your turn, ask for opinions or feedback, and then wait longer than you would do probably in a face-to-face meeting. Use the chat function if you are not on camera. Online meetings are slightly slower than face-to-face ones, and pauses may be longer. As a facilitator, try to remember that and give people a chance to answer a question or give a comment with a longer pause.
Here are some simple guidelines for working well online. Try to make it easy for others to follow what you're saying and show that you understand them. For example, introduce yourself and others clearly. Speak as clearly as you can. Use slow and natural gestures. Don't cause distractions so that people can't concentrate on the meeting. For example, don't interrupt others. Don't wear noisy jewelry, which can interfere with the audio. And don't tap on the desk or leave your keys lying around. The microphone can pick up lots of extra noise, which can be very distracting. Striped shirts can be distracting when you're on camera. In this lesson, we have learned about how to set up and run an effective online meeting. Think about recent online meetings you have been to. How well planned were they before you met? How were the meetings started? Was your talk different from a face-to-face meeting? There is a downloadable checklist for you. Good luck!